What exactly is a makerspace? Maker Ed describes makerspaces as coming in all shapes and sizes, but they all serve as a gathering point for tools, projects, mentors, and expertise. A collection of tools does not define a makerspace. Rather, we define it by what enables making. Makerspaces are environments that allow for learners to explore through the process of making and innovating. A makerspace might be a lab setting that includes materials that students can manipulate in order to learn for that specific lesson.
What is a makerspace? Let's start by splitting up the word. Make, space. Make means to create. Means to ponder. Space is an area. Makerspaces are for exploring, creating, and building. More importantly, makerspaces are for discovering new ideas. Makerspaces are a place to find solutions. Makerspaces also allow students to problem solve, think critically, and more importantly, persevere. Most of all, makerspaces are about expressing your ideas and finding the passion. What problem can you solve? What will you make to change the world?
Goals for each different space might change depending on the goals of that lesson. However, overall goals of makerspaces tend to stay the same. Some of these goals include an overall sense of exploration gained by the student, achieving a level of understanding of the lesson, and how the space is connected to that lesson is equally important. Here are some goals of makerspaces. How can a makerspace be used in my classroom? Upcycling is a way that I found makerspaces to be the most easily implemented. Upcycling is the intentional transformation of hard-to-recycle materials into new products, thus saving them from the landfill. This type of real-world project not only teaches making skills, but also helps you integrate making into your subject area. Given my limited budget, I have restricted my makerspace to compiled up items that are found around the school or in the students' homes that they can bring to school. After exploring videos of other students' makerspaces, my students began to realize we didn't have a lot of resources that others had. Instead of feeling discouraged, they were actually able to discover resources they didn't even know could be used in that way. Our first lesson plan was where we used makerspaces to build marble machines. This particular lesson allowed for students to freely explore the materials they were provided with and work collaboratively to create obstacles for the marbles to pass through. As an educator, I was able to step back and watch the process and assist and teach. This way, children were able to achieve their own goals. We used a variety of materials including toilet paper rolls, funnels, tubing, wooden blocks, clothespins, and tape. Some students began to add on their own supplies. For example, one student used old Lego pieces from his house to add obstacles. Another student added a plastic cup to trap the ball and drop it from a higher elevation. After a couple of days of creating the marble machines, I began to add opportunities for students to take their machines even further. These opportunities included adding required materials, creating obstacles, and even adding the element of elevation to their machine. This particular makerspace allowed for children to explore different creative designs and create their own challenges for themselves. When questions were raised, they were able to use collaborative skills to come to a resolution or use different solutions to help solve the problem.